Hey guys, this is SnackAttack8 and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime. This is part 2. Oh yeah, finally kicking things off with this project in Tallon Overworld, which is actually, as I said last video, my favorite area in the game. We're not going to be doing too much in this area this go around. There's more here than just what we're going to see in this video. I expect to fly through it fairly quickly, but yes. As you can see, we've got a much more stripped down Samus. We can't do the charge shot, as you're not able to see that, but I was holding A down. Can't use our morph ball or our missile or anything cool, really, because we have nothing. And I noticed in the last video that the volume, I accidentally made it like pretty quiet, and I didn't really want to do that. So hopefully you'll be able to hear this more. This is an awesome song playing right now. It's the first of the two themes of Tallon Overworld, and yeah. And what's this? Impact Crater. We actually don't really need to be going here right now exactly. We can't really get very far in this area, but there's something I want to show you first here. It's definitely a very cool looking area. It's like a floating rock. And this music is amazing. I actually kind of want to tell a story about it. Have you ever had those moments where like music or something in a game just makes you go like, yes, this is it? Well, it's this part right here. Here. Like that little bit right there that's like dun-na-na, and then there's the other like little part that goes with it. It's like boo-wee. Like that little part, for some reason, that was like one of the that was the moment in this game where, and it was just such a weird thing, but I heard that and I was like, yes, I understand what they're trying to do with this. Like I was like, I understand this is a really cool thing. I don't know. Just something weird that I wanted to point out because of the music here and how awesome it is. But yeah, here's the pirate data. Space pirate encrypted data. So, field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design built on the surface of Tallon IV. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and studies on them have begun. And this field could hinder future energy production operations on Tallon IV, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. So there's some sort of insight into what the pirates are trying to do here. This door can't be opened with this weapon, and since, like I already said, we have nothing cool, we actually can't do anything in here anymore. I just wanted to show you that data, because it's sort of plot relevant. And you know, we could have stumbled upon it later, and that probably would have been fine, but you know, I don't really care. You can make this grass go down into the ground by shooting at it, but it really doesn't hurt you. You can just walk through it. It slows you down a little bit, but that's fine. Now the real area we want to go, and just look at this area. Look how beautiful this is. This waterfall, it's raining. Look at those like red plants. I don't know, something about it is just like unreal yet so realistic, you know? I mean, look, I don't even know how to describe it. This is the door. Like, the really only door in plain sight is the one that we need to go through. And in here we got some foes to battle. These are the Beatles, I think, is what they're called. Not the Beatles like the band, but yes, Beetle with an E, not an A. Alright. And there's this dust cloud, but you can see there's sort of, on your map you can see it too. It's like a little hidden alcove over here. And here's the next door. Alrighty, and you can blow these things up, I think. Yeah, that'll be handy a little bit later. And this is a cool area too, like waterfall, and there's a sort of a half-pipe-like structure up there. We'll see what that is later. Here we got some zoomers, which are classic Metroid enemies. They're in the very first game, and they don't work too much different. This guy works a little different. You can't actually destroy him with this beam, but we will be able to get something that can destroy him much later, which isn't really that useful because we don't really ever see those guys again. And look at this. Look at those water effects on the visor. Isn't that awesome? It's like misty. Misty, misty dew. Yeah, this is the right way. Here we got this plant thing that is kind of tough to destroy. And what you need to do is, I think, shoot its little like blast, and it'll like fire back at him. It just kind of disappears, which is weird. Oh, and I guess we can't go this way. That's right, I forgot. We'll never fret, because the area that we do need to go to is right in here. It's actually down here. Not there, over here. And I got some more beetles here to fight. Yeah, take that. Ah! This is almost like, it's almost a remix of the Brinstar theme. But it's not. It's like, it's a different sort of arrangement entirely, and it sounds completely different. Let's scan this elevator. Access to Chozo Ruins West. So let's go there. West side, yeah. And this is a bit more of an involved elevator where you kind of just have to watch this scene. This is sort of the game going, we're loading, but we're not going to just give you a loading screen. We're going to show this. And I think it's well done. It doesn't take long either. Though it can get kind of annoying if you're completely swapping back and forth between areas and you just have to keep riding those things. And here we got some sand. This is definitely more desert-like than Tallon Overworld was. And more beetles here. And see, this thing that says Z up here is actually giving us our next objective. You don't need to press these, and it will make it more of like a classic Metroid adventure if you don't, because they don't really give you any pointers. But I'm just going to show them off just for the sake of it. So it'll kind of point you in the room you need to go to. It doesn't give you the rest of the map, obviously, but you know that that's your objective room, which I think is an okay feature. Oh, up here, you see this shiny wall. If we scan this, it is a Chozo Lure, and I'm going to read these too. So, at the highest point of our city lies the fountain, a wellspring of pure water that flows throughout our civilization. It's the jewel of the Chozo, the life-giver, and yet its waters speak of a clouded future. As we come to understand the paths of time and space more clearly, we've begun to glimpse rough tatters of past and future, glittering behind reality like soft lights behind a curtain. We have seen the fountain in these glimpses, pouring darkness instead of water, and we cannot guess what the visions mean. Now these Chozo Lure, will sort of... Here, hold on. I just wanted to be quiet for this epic little pan around. But yeah, this is the Chozo Ruins. So sort of what the deal is with Tallon IV is the Chozo, who are the mysterious sort of like bird-like creatures, who actually raised Samus and gave her her powers. They inhabited this planet at one point, and so this is sort of like a ruined civilization of where they used to live. And we don't quite know yet why they were forced to abandon the planet, but those lores will help in explaining that to us. So there is definitely a story behind this game, and a pretty involved one too. It's just more, it's sort of like hidden, it's kind of tucked away, which I think works for Metroid Prime. I don't think we want to go here. I'm pretty sure we want to go up first. Maybe I'm wrong. I actually used to be able to like completely 100% this game without even looking at like a guide or anything, which I think is pretty impressive. But I haven't played it in a long time, so if I'm a little bit rusty, please bear with me. If we shoot these things, they'll actually stop firing. I always thought they were kind of like nasty looking. I don't know. And you. And then I'm pretty sure this may actually be the way to go. Safe station detected. We can do that. More beetles! More beetles. Alright. And it's right next to us. Okay, thanks, game, for pointing that out to me. And I guess this was the right way. Alright. And then there's another lore over here. Maybe I'll just not read these and let you read them instead. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll do it for this one. I mean, I'll read it, that is. But if you'd rather me just kind of go through the text, and then if you want to read it, you can pause the video or something, I would gladly do that too. But we Chozo are departing now, after so many years in peaceful seclusion here on Tallon IV. When we came, this place was a refuge for our spirits, a civilization built from native materials, bereft of the trappings of our technology. We were linked to the land here, kindred to the plants and animals, far away from the machines we had become so dependent on. And so we leave it now, pristine, a testament to the mortal forms we no longer need. We have drawn the veils of time and space aside, and are withdrawing beyond the illusion. But we will never forget this, the most sacred of our homes, and we will remain ever watchful. So the Chozo are definitely like, they're like godlike creatures. Like, they're really mysterious in the ways that they work. and it seems like they came here to escape sort of their own technology, which, as we can see, is really powerful. It's sort of what Samus is built on. But yes, here we got a save station. There was one of these on the frigate that I accidentally forgot to show, but if you step in here, save progress to memory card. We're actually not going to do that, just in case this messes up. But every time you save in Metroid Prime, your energy is completely replenished, which is definitely a really useful feature, especially later on in the game. Save stations, and even if you're playing on higher difficulties, save stations sort of become like your saving grace almost. And they're called save stations, so you'd think they would. There we got more of these guys. These are kind of like the parasites. They're called scarabs, I think. I believe they are called that. And yeah, they're equally as annoying, but not really any threat. Not like these guys. These guys are pretty annoying. They're called war wasps. And I think there's actually something we can get down in here, but not right now. Let's just continue across. You can see that this water is kind of toxic if we jump into it. I actually didn't mean to jump into it. I kind of just slipped off the ledge. But yes. Alrighty. If only we had our Varia suit to make things a whole lot easier, but no. And I think these guys actually light up the room, so we're not going to kill them. We're going to let them live, because they are about as helpful as enemies can get in this game, though they can hurt you, as you just saw there. And this big room, it's kind of scary looking. We've actually got... Oh, look at that! That looks like our missile. We want that. But it doesn't look like it's going to come that easy to us. We sort of got our first little boss fight here. And there's acid all up in the room, which is no good. This is the... if we can scan it. I guess we can't. So let's kill these guys. These guys are called barbed war wasps. If you're going for a 100% run... or at least I think they're called that. If you're going for a 100% run, be sure to scan these regardless, because they don't appear anywhere else. And I guess we can't scan that thing? I thought for sure we could. But basically, in this fight, what you have to do is shoot these guys, which proves to be a little bit more challenging than you'd think. Because they can sort of move pretty fast, and they can hurt you too. There we go. And then when he opens his mouth, just lay into him. And so this will swivel around and such. Kind of, yeah, come on. There we go. It's got a couple different forms, but they're all similar. As you can see, shooting at more wasps now. That's sort of the only trick to this fight. Where are you? There you are. There you too. Ah, but you got me. So yeah. And this can be a little bit tough if you're inexperienced, just because these guys do move fairly fast, and the controls are kind of awkward. But you know, keep targeting. Remember you're targeting, and you'll probably be fine. There's the second head down, I guess is what you'd call those. This boss is actually called the Hive Totem, and it's kind of a weird structure. I'm not really sure, like, did they just start living in this thing, or I don't know. What you also want to be aware of is that these wasps can knock you into the acid, which can hurt, especially if you can't get out and you get stuck in there. And are you gonna stop flying around, please? There you go. Yeah, I'm not used to these controls, man. Freaking giving me trouble. Where are you? Okay. And Hive. Yeah, I think we're almost done here. Oh, I guess we are done. I thought he had 4 forms. Maybe he did, and I just forgot. Who knows? And let's continue onward across this little bridge and get our first power-up back. That's always a cool... I like how like there's a little yellow line of light kind of like swinging off the arm cannon. I made like a little motion with my hand there, but you can't see that. Missile launcher acquired. So we got our missiles back, and what a surprise, there's only 5. Now these doors with these little red locks, you actually break those with missiles. You only need 1 in this game, unlike the 5 you needed in Metroid, which is welcome. Here's another staple of the series, energy tanks. And as you can see, just like in the other Metroid games, you get a full energy refill, plus a extra tank of energy. Now there's a little hole here, but obviously we need the morph ball for that, and we don't have it. So let's go back. I think I'm going to end the video off soon. We're going to go back to the room that had the save station in it, and there was a couple missile stuff that we could... There's a little bit of missile stuff that we could do in there. So I'm going to do that. Kill this guy. because he hurt me last time, and that was mean. But yeah. So as you can see, we're not really powered up, but I think that's like one of my favorite things about video games, actually. Just sort of getting all decked out, like starting from the beginning, kind of just being like going from like noobling to ultimate badass. You can destroy these nests with a missile, which will get rid of the wasps, which is definitely something you want. Yeah. And here we have, actually, I think there's a breakable wall over here if we scan it. Stress point. Brimstone, this game has its own little sort of system for telling you what you can and can't break something with. Brimstone can be broken by missiles. So remember that. Well, you don't have to, but I will. And there's another tank in there. As far as Chozo Ruins goes, I think I'm pretty good on knowing where all the tanks are, because it's a fairly straightforward area. As you can see, there's a little bit of a hole in there, but we can't go in that yet. Because again, we don't have the morph ball. Blah blah blah, no morph ball. Sad for us. And here's the map. This is a good place to end it. You can see this cool little scene again. I always like how she sticks her cannon in there. I don't know how the cannon downloads. Is it like a flash drive? Who knows? Nah. As you can see, we've actually explored quite a bit of the area already, but it is fairly big, and we've got plenty of stuff left to do in here. So until next time, I think this is a good place for me to end it, and I kind of already said I was going to, but yeah, next time we will continue to look through the Chozo Ruins, maybe try to get our morph ball back. That would be a delight, really. And yeah, just keep the good times a-rollin'. So until then, I've been Snack Attack 8, and if I could get through the door, I could see you guys in the next video. Later!